everybody! Welcome to the first video inside of my house. And you have no idea how much I had to clean this kitchen to get ready for this, so. Well, some of you probably do. In this video, what I want to do is show you just very quick and simple how I make my peppermint tea. And before I go further, I want to apologize right off the bat for my African gray parrot sitting right over there. He loves to take part in the conversation, and it might become annoying, so there's nothing I can do short of kicking him outside, which is not helping. It's really hot today. What we're going to do, like I said, we're going to make some peppermint tea. And I did some research on this to kind of prepare for the video, and it blew me away just how awesome this little plant is. They've been using it for medicinal purposes for millennia, literally millennia. And what they've shown it to do, it helps with upset tummies. It helps with actually inhibiting cold sores, which is, you know, that can be a big thing. It's actually known to help with and possibly prevent cancer. It helps, you know, it helps alleviate a lot of problems in your gastrointestinal area. Just even the scent can help improve your memory, along with rosemary and all kinds of wonderful things. I mean, there's just all kinds of things. Most of them I can't even fit in here. So that being said, the one thing that I know, and I'm going to start plucking these as I'm talking to get them ready. You don't want the little stems, because that's just, you know, pointless. You're looking for the leaves, and the greener and younger the leaves, the better, because that's the strong stuff. As the leaves get older, they start to lose their color, and they're not quite as effective. I mean, you can still use them; it's no problem. But my husband loves this tea. He lives on this. I make him a gallon at a time, and he'll drink it all in one day. And it's great. It actually, one of the things that, which is really important, especially for women, is it actually helps to alleviate cramping, and it clears out your blood. So there you go. Let me get through this.
Do you like her videos? I like her videos. Do you want her to make more videos? I want her to make more videos because I keep liking and sharing them on Facebook with all my friends. What, both of them? I do my best.
Okay, here we go. So I got all my little leaves plucked up and into a little pile. And what I'm going to do right now is upset my husband quick. Take a little knife. You can bruise them or whatever. You want to try and basically muck it up and get the oils to start coming out of the leaves. Kind of just a real quick, coarse chop, and maybe not even go through it all the way. Like I said, you're just looking to bruise the leaves, get the juices going. Now, the way you want to deal with this is something that my husband introduced me to, and that is this little doohickey right here. It's called a French coffee press. Now, I don't drink coffee, but this thing is amazing. This is the perfect thing to use for brewing straight teas from whatever leaves or blossoms that you happen to be using that are loose. And it's a whole lot better than trying to find empty tea bags and whatever. What you have basically is a fine mesh strainer being held down by a spring and a flat spot, if you can see that here. And it holds everything down below here while still letting the fluid up here, and that way you don't get, if you're using coffee, you don't get grains or anything like that, and for the leaves, you don't get little leaves. And what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to take all my little leaves here, and I use, depending on how big the sprigs are that I cut out, anywhere between one big one to 2 to 3 smaller ones. So, you know, comes out to be, I don't know, third of a cup, I guess, loose. Now, the other thing that we do is we take the very hot, freshly prepared hot water from my tea kettle. And you just pour that straight in. These French tea presses, don't worry about them cracking the glass because they're made for this. You can, if you're going to make hot tea, You can fill it up however high you want. But if you're going to make a lot of tea, what I do is I fill this up as high as I can, and I will push the leaves down into it and just kind of hold it down in somewhere in the middle and let it brew right there for approximately 15 to 20 minutes. Now, if you're going to make hot tea, it doesn't need to be that long, but if you're making iced tea, it needs to be stronger to start with because you're going to dilute it with a lot of water, as everybody knows. So we'll wait the time on that, and we'll be right back with you. Okay, so we have waited our time to brew this tea, and what I'm going to do now is just simply put it together. And what I do, because I kind of like to move things around in there just to get the last little bits out of there, and you move the French press down, push the leaves all the way down, and open up your thing here, your bottle. Get your funnel in so you don't make a mess, and make sure that the opening is open. And just pour this right in here. That's nice and kind of a greenish color there. I think the reason why a lot of the tea that you buy at the store, the peppermint tea that you get there, I think they come out brown because they've been sitting around for a while. This is fresh peppermint tea. Now what I have here is I have 3 tablespoons of raw fresh honey mixed in with some water to dilute it and make it easier to pour. I just pour that right in there as well. Now honey in and of itself has another set of amazing health properties. It's an anti-inflammatory, it's an antifungal. It's the only natural food that does not go bad. They found honey in King Tut's tomb, and it's still edible without any problem. It's still honey. It's just as much honey now as it was then. So there you go. And what I do is, because I'm mixing it up, there we go. And then I just fill the rest of this with water all the way to the top, mix it up a little more, and just enjoy it. It's really, really good. Okay, so I'm going to fill the rest of this jug with some filtered water from my sink. And the reason I don't want to use straight tap water, if I can help it, is because it's got chlorine in it, most places does, and that helps to keep the water clean and you know, kills bugs and things you don't want to be drinking. But it also is going to kill the things in my mint and in my honey that I'm trying to go for, that are beneficial, that I'm going to help with. So I'm going to fill this up and be right back. Oh, and while I'm doing that, here are some of the health benefits of honey. Okay, so now it's full. Give it one last shake just to make sure it's all mixed up. As many of you who know me know this, I don't actually like to put my things in plastic jugs, and I'll explain that in another video. But so if anybody knows where I can get a hold of a full gallon size glass container with a lid that I would be able to use for this, please leave me a comment down below, and I'll be very grateful, actually. So here we go. Wonderful fresh mint tea right out of my garden. Oh man, that's good. So Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like and subscribe button so that I can keep doing interesting and wonderful things like maybe brewing beer or making a pie from a pumpkin, you know, things like that. And thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and see you next time.